Hello Taurus! It is my intention to share with you today the reading that is going to give you the map for the energies that we are going to be facing during this 15 days. Now I'm going to do something different. It is not going to be a structured reading as always. It's going to be an intuitive reading, which means that I'm only going to be shuffling the deck. And when one or two cards drop randomly, then I'm going to pick them up and see and tell you what I feel you should hear right now. So yeah, thank you for giving me good answers that allowed help to be given to Taurus so he can understand everything that can be understood, because it is my honest intention to help you out, guys, and if I had the chance to do so, then why not? I only didn't do it because I was very busy, and I'm a mess when it comes to figuring out my routine. I'm very lazy, but then again I have Jupiter in my first house, so there you go. Anyway, I'm rambling, let's go with your reading. So yeah, it's gonna be a mix because we have the intuitive reading going on, but I'm also gonna give you the astrological report that is specifically targeted at your sign, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? We have a conflict, an opposition going on between your 12th house, the house of the invisible, the house of the subconscious mind, the collective subconscious, and we have the 6th house, which is the house of your everyday life, your routine, what's right here, right now, always the present moment, and the details and the duties you have to do. So when we have a conflict between the 12th house and the 6th house, we have to know that we have a conflict between everyday life and what we feel we want in our life and our psychological tendencies, because sometimes we may want to manifest a routine, but then the things we feel, the things we believe, go against that routine. They start manifesting in very subtle, very annoying ways. And basically you are to tackle them during these 15 days. And the good thing, the good news, is that because of Mercury going in your 12th house, you're going to be understanding the things you love. You're going to be understanding who you really are, your evolved self, because you have Uranus in your 12th house, which is basically meaning that your subconscious is experiencing a revolution of sorts. And Mercury is going to be there to help you out, figuring out just why this is happening. Why are you thinking the way you're thinking? Now, this is too much, so I'm not going to take this, but I'm still waiting for 1 or 2 cards drop, maybe even 3, but so yeah, you have that, and the key phrase I've given you is that sometimes it's best to follow the flow than worry about details. And you're gonna be understanding that because you have to understand that if you want to manifest something that is good for you, you first have to build that in your subconscious mind. Because if you have a conflict between the things that you believe, the things that you dream, the things that your subconscious mind holds true, if you have this, it doesn't matter if you try to build something cute on the outside, the inside is already gonna be like limited, and it's gonna be conflictive, and it's gonna be like you're fighting every day to do something when you don't feel like it. It's a fight against yourself. Maybe your own lack of passion or your own conflict of passion, something like that. You don't really know. I feel like you don't really know where do you want to go. You just want stability. You just want some peace. You just want to be at ease, okay? And that's a very Taurus-like trait. Like I just want to be here. I just want to be with my things, my peace of mind, my job, my stability, my family, my values, my things, and that's my terrain. So leave me alone, because this I am king here. But it is being a fight right now to keep that up, because you don't really feel like it. You want something else. You want something new. You're trying to maintain things that are no longer relevant or good for your own emotional needs. You have new emotional needs developing, and you have to understand them, and you have to listen to them. And you know what? Sometimes that emotional need is going to pull you in a direction that is going to be completely unexpected, completely new, and you basically have to recreate or redefine your own routine. And the reason why this happens is because your current routine is not making you feel respected. It's not making you feel recognized. It's not giving you that spiritual satisfaction that you're looking for, that I'm doing things that are meaningful and people can see that, and I can see that my passions are worth something to someone, are worth a damn to someone. They're not being wasted in meaningless, useless tasks that no one pays attention to, but I still have to do them because apparently this is my routine. Well, it is your routine because you believe so and you're not willing to do the change that has to be done. But don't worry, Taurus, because Mercury is here to help you out, figuring out just what the hell is going on. Why are you thinking in a different way? Why are you doing things in a different way? Why? I want to understand why. 3 cards. You have the first card, which is the Three of Swords reverse, which means that basically this is a period where you are overcoming your own shortcomings. The way you think is really messing you up. And right now you're changing that way of thinking. It is reaching its end, but it is a painful end. It is not a very comfortable end because you're still thinking about it and you still want change and you don't see it. But don't worry, because this change is gonna bring the best out of you. The Magician means that you are limitless. You don't really have, you do have talents. You do have something to share with the world, and you don't really get why you're not being like, you're not having the chance to speak your mind, to express yourself, to create the things you want to create. It is not there. And that pisses you off. Well, that's what you have to go and look for. The chance to manifest that opportunity for you to be yourself, your real self, your real, limitless, boundless self. Like, dude, as long as you don't feel recognized, as long as you don't feel that what you're doing is worth it, you're gonna be struggling with your life. It's gonna be an uphill battle, and you're gonna lose eventually, which is why this change is inevitable. It is gonna happen. Don't worry about it. You will figure it out. But you have to, not only do you have to tolerate what is happening right now, but also you have to really, really understand why this is happening. Why you want to do some things, but then you feel like doing something completely different. And that's like sabotaging, oh wow, okay. Sabotaging yourself. I hope I did say it correctly. Remember that English is not my first language, guys. So what I'm seeing so far, oh yes, I want to give you a little hint based on the astrology that I've seen. Act for your own good. You have Mars in your first house. You have the energy to go after things in yourself. You are that energy. You are very passionate right now. You really want to be who you want to be. Because you have Mars in your first house aspecting a very good trine with your North Node in your 5th house, that means that act for your own good, Taurus. Act for your own good and your own will. And acting like that is going to help you find joy in your life. Because right now you have the North Node in the 5th house, which means that you really want to enjoy life. You want to reach that level where you can just like, not just sit back and relax, but the routine is a little bit more bearable and it helps you grow and, you know, act in a way that people can admire, because that's what you want. You want to be inspired and you want people to notice that inspiration because you have so many gifts to share, but you're not really letting them, are you? Because yeah, that's the other side of the coin. The reason why it's not happening is because you are not allowing it to happen. And it's not you exactly, it is your subconscious mind. Maybe something you lived in your past has made you think that it is impossible for you to live something that's different. Yeah, it's like you are already resigned that that's not happening. You have accepted so much that this opportunity will never happen that you are already letting it go. Like you are already mourning it. It hasn't even happened. You haven't given yourself the right chance to do whatever you want to do. You are crying because of things that you have lost. Maybe you're fearful that you're going to lose it again. It is your subconscious mind, it is your emotions, the way you react. Maybe you've had very, very bad experiences and now you don't want to go through that whole thing again. You don't really find it tasteful, but the thing is, you're not going to go through that because you already did. And the reason why you did is because you were meant to release yourself from your own old prejudice. But something inside of you is still holding on to that view, old worldview that is keeping you stuck in a dream that is no longer satisfying because you want something different. Alright, so we're gonna wait until the last cards drop, and then I'm gonna draw you some last 3 cards to tell you what you have to know. Alright, we have a story going on. Let's read this story, Taurus. You were okay. I think you are okay. You have the things you need to be self-sufficient and experience the good things of life, the good simple things. So that's good. You are okay on your own. But you want more. This is not enough. You don't really want you don't really want stability anymore, Taurus. You already have stability in good amounts, in very generous amounts, but you want to go further. And you don't see the way, you don't see the direction, you don't know which step is going to give you that path that you are really looking for, those emotions, that passion. You have the passion, you have the talent, but you don't know where to go. So instead of, don't focus so much on where do you want to go, because right now it's not really very clear, taking into account that you have so many planets in your 12th house. It is a process that it's going to be solving itself. In the meantime, try to focus on your routine and try to enjoy it. Try to take advantage of this card and do some things in your routine that are going to make you feel better about yourself and about the things you're doing. Because right now you're not enjoying yourself, and that's a problem. You should. You're maybe chasing fantasies. You may be fantasizing too much. You may be acting like an infant too much, in the sense that you're dreaming, but you're not really living. You're dreaming too much, and that is making you suffer, where you should do, for now, just for now, worry on keeping up the routine. Just for now, worry on keeping up the routine. And try to think about ways to make the routine a little bit more enjoyable. Share more with people you love. Go out more, take some walks, do some nice things for you. If life is already so difficult, then why are you not giving yourself some small breathing room to do things in a different way? That's what I'm suggesting, you know. Try to spice up life in a very innocent way, which is like the 6 of Cups. Alright, so again, the 2 things that I wanted to tell you: you have a huge opposition between your 12th house, the house of the invisible, and the 6th house, the house of everyday life. Taurus, I feel you may be a little bit confused about where do you want to go. You don't really know what it is that would actually make you happy or fulfilled. But what I can tell you right now is that it is gonna become clearer as time goes by. It will. It will. So instead of worrying so much about thinking about those things, try to enjoy your everyday more and give time to time. It will show you what you need when you need it, not before. You have to trust it though. That's faith. You don't really know what you want. 7 of Cups, you don't really know what you want. You want something, but you don't know what. Give it some time. It will be some, you know, you don't have to answer everything. Sometimes you have to wait and be patient and let the situation figure out itself. It doesn't have to be forever. I understand if you're a little bit impatient. I understand if you want the change right now. But the truth is, right now you have something really different. And what you have will allow you to understand, by contrast, the things that you don't want. And when you learn the things that you don't want, maybe you will learn the things that you do want, by contrast again. So it takes some time. Let the process go on its own rhythm, by its own accord, and just enjoy the ride. You know, try to enjoy the ride. Try to do some nice things for yourself. Go out more, because right now you're not feeling very fulfilled. Quite the contrary. I think you're feeling a little bit sad. you're feeling like there's something you want and you don't even know what, but there's a void, there's an emptiness, and you don't know how to fulfill it. You don't know really how to tackle it. Don't follow that emotion. Don't go deeper into that feeling of emptiness, because the only thing it's gonna make you do is cry without any kind of solution, because there's no solution right now. You have to be okay with that feeling of emptiness for now. Give it some time. Instead of thinking about this whole, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I want something but I don't know what, instead of going after this, try to force yourself to go after the nice simple things in life. And be more thankful. At least you have a routine, at least you have some stability. If what I'm seeing here is true, then at least you have it. Or maybe you're looking for it. Maybe that's your frustration. And if that's the case, it's gonna you, because of the talents you have, because of the energy you have, it will fix itself. But before you get there, there are some things you have to understand. And the only way to understand them is if you go through this process. So take heart. This is your strength. Your strength is endurance. You know this step is worth it. You know it is. So endure a little bit more. It will become clear with time. That's it, Taurus. I hope this reading gives you the very best advices. Your base energy is the King of Swords, which means that you are very confused. You don't really know where to go. You don't really know what to decide, but you just know that you want to overcome this soon enough. And it will happen, but not through mind. There's no point in thinking, because there's something before thinking that is screwing you up, basically. And you will find that eventually. Just stay still and try to enjoy your routine a little bit more. If this reading resonated with you, I thank you for listening to me, for subscribing to my channel, for giving me a like to my video. And if you wish to have any kind of session with me, you can take a look at the contact information, which is right on the description box below, to speak with me and arrange any kind of meeting. Anyway, I wish you the very best, Taurus. Take care. Peace.